Hello, welcome back. We're going to describe transformations today. Here we're going to talk about translations. So, once again, our example is describe fully the transformation that maps shape A to shape B. That's pretty standard across. The question will be the same thing every time because they want to make sure that you can pick out what it is. We know that we're in the translation section, but normally you'll just get a general pick a transformation, one transformation. And there might be two or three, there might only be one. So we know that it is a translation, and we know this because it's the same shape, size, and orientation, right? So we know it's a translation. That will get us one mark right there. Now we pick a point on A and find its matching point on B. Same thing we do every time when we're trying to draw them, right? So we draw a horizontal line from A and a vertical line from B and connect the points. This looks very similar to what we've done before. I'm just going to do it in a little dotted line. A little dotted line, sorry. And so make a horizontal one from A, and we see where they meet up. Okay. So at this point, let's just label those. So if we're, and I want to label them, when you label them, start at your original shape. So here we're talking about shape A. So here from shape A, we're going to start. So we've moved 1, 2, 3 in the positive X direction. And then we've moved 2 up to get to B. So how do we represent that? How are we going to represent that as our column vector? Well, we know that it is in the form of xy. So for ours is positive 3 and then positive 2. So we can just write that as 3, 2, not as a fraction, sorry, 3, 2. So at the end, we'd say translated by 3, 2, and we'd be done. So we're going to look at a little bit of practice here. So at this point, you can pause the video, and when you're ready, press play, and we'll go through the answers. Okay, so welcome back. We're going to look at these transformations. So we know that they're all translations. So I'm just going to start off by writing at the bottom, translated translated by, just to make our lives easy, so translated by for all three of them. Now, what are they translated by? Well, we just have to pick a point, right? So I'm just going to indicate a point on each one that I know matches. That way, we can just draw our lines right after. So our next step, right? We wanted to draw lines. You don't have to draw dotted lines like I am, just because I have the software that allows me to make my life easy. For you, I would just recommend drawing normal lines, but accentuate them so you can see them. So if you have colors, by all means use colors. If not, just really highlight what you've done. So, or just draw them beside, kind of like that line right there. So not the one that I actually made on it, but beside it. And I'm going to do this for all of my shapes while I have my straight edge out. It's good if your lines are always straight, but of course it doesn't matter for this portion so much because we're not actually concerned about the drawing aspect as much as our final answer, with the describing questions. So once again, start at A and trace that point. So what do we have to do? We're going up +2, then we're going, so that's in our Y, and then we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going -4 in our X. So we want to write at the end, we write -4 and then +2. This one, we're starting at A. We're going 1, 2, 3 in our negative X direction, and we're going -1 down. And then lastly, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 in our positive X direction, and 1 in our positive Y direction. Okay, that's the end of this video. See you in the next one.